Hello my friends. This video is about Comet ISON. I'm trying to do videos in under from 5 to 10 minutes. I'm just going to speak briefly about Comet ISON, what the dangers are, what's really happening with the comet. I'm not going to try and prove any of this what I'm saying. I'm not going to say how I found out what I'm saying. I'm just simply going to tell you exactly what's going on with Comet ISON, and people are free to take it or leave it. Right now, I will say Comet ISON is changed. It's and the remnant of what used to be Comet ISON is now over 8 billion different objects that range in size from the grain of a small piece of dust to the grain of a piece of sand to the grain of crushed gravel, up into the size of a golf ball, up into the size of a baseball. There are meteors that are the size of um, um, grapefruits. There are meteors that are the size of bowling balls. There are meteors that are the size of small cars, up to the size of school buses. Meteors that are the size of school buses. Meteors that are the size of transfer trucks, tractor trailers with the trailers attached. There are meteors that are in there that are the size of people's houses, and I'm talking about 150 to 200 something square foot, 200 something thousand square foot. Some of the some are now talking about the bigger parts of the remnants, the meteor and asteroid remnants of Comet ISON. There is pieces in there that is the size of Mount St. Helens. There's pieces in there that are the size of the Rocky Mountains. There's another piece in there that is what's kind of the biggest piece out of all of it. Two of those pieces. One could be the size of Hawaii, an asteroid the size of Hawaii, and the other one is an asteroid the size, could be the size of half of Australia. And they pose a huge threat when they're coming towards our Earth this time. Many of those meteors will hit planet Earth, plain and simple. No, do not listen to what anyone else tells you if they say that it's gone away, that it's completely disintegrated. Whatever it is that you feel like you need to do to get prepared. Some people are prepping. Some people are modifying their homes to run off of long cell deep cycle batteries with inverters, and some people are using alternator generators and different things to keep power, to get their well to keep pumping water. When all this happens, it's going to definitely take out all the satellites that are in the sky, every single satellite. The space station will be destroyed by these objects completely. The space station will be destroyed. The satellites all will be destroyed like a cosmic shotgun blast, shot all of them out of the atmosphere. So be prepared, my friends. Be prepared. This is the real story of ISON. ISON is not a comet anymore. ISON is 8 billion objects that, like I told you, of meteors and asteroids, and they are definitely headed straight for Earth. They are going to be attracted to the first magnetic object that they get near, and it's also going to react with the planet Mercury. It will cause things to happen on Mercury before it even gets to it that cause Mercury to become active, and a lot of the elements from planet Mercury that are floating around in its atmosphere will be attracted to Comet ISON, because Comet ISON, let me explain to you something. Comet ISON had a supercharge before it got to the planet Mars. The planet Mars had the magnetic attraction that caused a lot of the electromagnetic charge buildup that was part of ISON to jump out of ISON and to super shock the planet Mars. So when ISON went past us the first time, it was a miracle, and it was a miracle that all of that energy jumped out of it into Mars instead of the planet Earth. Because as you can tell, when Comet ISON went past Jupiter, it caused its moon to explode, spewing ash around the whole surface of the one of the moons of Mars, all of them. And they, you must understand that when the comet went past Earth, it excited our volcanoes the first time, even though its charge was weak. After going past Mars, it lost a whole lot of its charge. Now, it also would have caused a bigger reaction when going past Venus and Mercury had it not lost its supercharge to the planet Mars, and then it lost the rest of its charge it was building up as it went past Mars toward Earth. It lost the rest of its charge to the planet Earth as it traveled towards Venus. It built up a charge, lost its charge to Venus, and then as it traveled toward Mercury, it built up a charge and lost its charge to Mercury. Now I'll explain to you that on its way back through, its particles, even though they're broken apart, are supercharged. And what I mean is that they have been exposed to high levels of radioactive energy. They have absorbed it. That material that the comet is made up of at its nucleus causes it to be just like a battery that stores sun energy. And so these particles, as they come past Mars, as these particles come back toward the Earth, and they pass, and Comet ISON's remnants pass the planet Mercury and the planet Venus, it will pull a whole lot of stuff toward itself in its magnetic pulling power, and it will also let a lot of its energy go into the planet Mercury, into the planet Venus, and then it will come to us. The problem here now is that it's going to pass Earth closer. The big chunk of it, hopefully the big chunk of it may not hit Earth. It doesn't even have to cause us a global disaster. If it even was keeping its same trajectory as NASA had predicted to begin with, it would have caused a super global epidemic just by activating the volcanoes that would then explode into the atmosphere, causing the sky to disappear because you wouldn't be able to see through all the ash that the volcanoes will explode all at once into our atmosphere. Billions of metric tons of ash will be spewed into the atmosphere from the seismic stimulation that is going to be caused by ISON. In other words, ISON will cause our volcanoes this time to do 100 or 1,000 times more of the damage that was done in the Philippines to the whole globe. So be ready, people, be ready, my friends. Know the truth about ISON, what's going on with it. It is headed here. There are 8 billion objects at least that each one of them can cause extreme damage on the Earth. I have to tell you that probably the death toll in the first 24 hours when we as a human, as the human race, as we have to endure this, and the Earth has to endure this, and the animals and all the creatures, what we're about to face with Comet ISON in one day from the first time, from the beginning of when it starts, in a 24-hour period, over 4 billion human lives will have been lost. Almost half the life in the oceans will die. Half the creatures, great and small, will all be dead after we deal with all this phenomena. And what I call phenomena, it's extraterrestrial elements that are coming from the various planets. There's planets that are there's pieces that are the size of golf balls that have extraterrestrial elements in them that will not be Earth friendly, put it that way. These things will fall into the water, they will fall into the land, and there'll be stuff in there that is deadly. Do not go attempt to pick up any meteors that you see falling from this phenomena, because it is not like the other meteors that have hit the Earth. This is my warning to you. This is what I tell you because I know of the truth of it. Also, the Comet ISON, it's really more of a it's really more of an asteroid and meteor cluster is what it is now. But when the remnants of ISON hit, it will also affect our moon. These red stones about this big around, right there. You know, this how big the stones are. Like you could fit them into your hand, and then some of them are bigger than that. And some of them are baseball sized. They are red. They look like if you've ever seen the Superman Smallville series and you see those glowing green rocks. Well, the ones that are going to be hitting are red. And there might be other colors in there from other places as well, but they're glowing red looking rocks. They will hit the moon. The ones that hit the moon in my what I visualized is that they will hit the moon, explode into a dust cloud that is, you know, tiny grains of red glowing looking silk stuff, and it settles on the moon and makes it look cherry red. That's what happens. The moon will also have a crack that's in it about one third of the way through its whole entire body, and the whatever type of meteorite that hit the moon, some of it might fall on Earth as well. It is glowing cherry red looking rocks, and when they hit anything with such great impact, they explode like a smoke bomb, a red smoke bomb, and the stuff settles on stuff. It just settles like fine red glowing looking ashes. So that is what is to be expected from Comet ISON, and not what a lot of people are saying, how it turned into fairy dust or whatever the heck they're talking about, saying it disappeared. It did not disappear. It's headed here at 2 million miles per day or 2 days or however long it is. It's going incredibly fast. Again, I'll warn you of the meteors. Some of the meteors are what I call highly reactive meteors, so that when they hit the atmosphere and are put under pressure, they react like thermite would react, and they turn into molten lava right in the atmosphere, making it rain hot lava down onto the earth. Some of them. Other of the meteors, they explode in the way that hydrogen bombs will explode because of their composition. That's what I call highly reactive meteors. The most reactive meteor will be the type that when its molecular atoms react with the atmosphere, and there's a spark and a fire and a pressure, some of its atoms explode, and there's actually an atomic explosion because of the type of meteor that is coming with ISON. It will be global devastation, and there's really no way out of it at all. This is something that this technological generation must endure. So that is what I have to tell you for now. Try not to think of it as bad news. It's just a natural cycle of what must occur. This happened to the dinosaurs, and it's happening again. So God help us. God be with us all God the time. The word, I tell you, Zah, and be lifted up and not sad about this message, but just know that you had to be informed.